Now we are here at the Full Throttle TV studio with Top Fuel driver Clay Millican. Thank you so much for joining us.
Sorry I was late.
It's okay. It's all right. You got business to do.
Well, I didn't have, I only worked 4.09 seconds that time.
All right. Now you reached the finals in Topeka and followed that up with semifinals in Joliet, which gave you 105 points. Enough to crack the top 10 for the first time this season?
Absolutely. I was so excited to get into the top 10, and the way that we do the Full Throttle Championship, it's a good thing to be on the upswing as the season goes on, and we're on a roll. We just gonna keep on rolling.
That is awesome. Now, okay, you got a call from your friend Mark Pickens and his wife Lauren to come for their newly formed NPE Motorsports team. How happy were you to hear about this?
When somebody tells you it's all going away, then you really start thinking about it. And I've kind of got a renewed respect for what I get to do. I know how lucky I am, and I know how happy I am every time I drive that race car. When I did get to call, I called my wife, and I called Mark. What's happening? That's all I want to know is, am I going to get to drive a race car again, or am I going to be back at the food warehouse driving a forklift?
Now you mentioned driving a forklift. How do you go from driving a forklift to becoming a driver in the NHRA?
Well, I thought everybody got to do that, It's a really long story that I'm going to make really short. A very dear friend of mine named Raymond King, I called him and I said, how do I start racing out of town? Raymond started helping me go to the races, and I met a guy there that had never been to a drag race. His name's Peter Lehman, and I must be a pretty good salesman because I convinced Peter that he needed to own a Top Fuel team. Through Peter Lehman, I got to drive a Top Fuel car, and I quit my job at Kroger in May of '98. I can't remember dates very good for anything, but I got my Top Fuel license on May 10th of '98. And shortly thereafter, I no longer worked at the Kroger food warehouse.
See more Full Throttle TV by visiting us at NHRA.com.